It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got Javarius Ward. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the 49ers and the Hawks under the lights on Thursday night.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And able to get this out to the 25. Well, the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Niners in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank.
Back to throw, Purdy. A short throw here to Latu.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones, things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Purdy from the gun. He's got Ayuk once again.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Purdy will look to throw again here. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship-caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. To throw is Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
The Niners offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. I mean, he's been solid here in the early part of the season, currently ranked in the top 5 amongst NFL quarterbacks in passing yardage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, is really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball under 32, it's 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Debo going to have a Niners first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action.
Here's Purdy. A short throw here to Latu.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. 27 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end.
Purdy looking to throw.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Throwing here, Purdy.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown 49ers.
Cameron Latu.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll get this to the 44-yard line.
Off off of play action. Here's Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Fights loose. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
He'll get that to Charbonnet.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Geno now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Zach Charbonnet, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Purdy now to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Now Purdy.
Throw caught there by Willis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Purdy.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
And Debo going to have a Niners 1st down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Niners are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw again. Touchdown!
Cameron Latu.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Smith. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Shedding the tackle. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the gun on 3rd down.
Purdy working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top.
As we message received here, no need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Throwing now is Geno.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw, Purdy.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And this one is right through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
It's complete to Brown, right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down. Now Geno.
This is the tight end Fant.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Smith.
Going right back to Fant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Smith now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Here's Smith. Throw left side, complete. That's Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Here's Smith.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now it's Smith. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been...
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now third down and 6 to go.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Play action. It's Smith.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Geno now to throw.
This ball caught by McIntosh.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Out of the gun, Purdy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here's Purdy.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 24.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Purdy now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. In motion, the tight end.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. McCaffrey
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
And Charbonnet once again.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Purdy.
His pass caught at the 4.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Purdy looking to throw.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Purdy from the gun.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the 49ers are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now Purdy.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Niners on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now Geno. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Purdy.
A short throw here to Latu.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams,